The web she weaves with fibers of faith and fear, too strong to break, too strong to cut. Yet there is an Esmeri potion, most ancient, fire dew. It might be enough to burn a path, make way for us to pass into heart of spiderweb. I could brew it for you, but there is one ingredient I do not possess. The blazing blood of the firefly that lives in the most dreaded of thickets. Bring me 7 flames that flit and fly. Then I make you a fire dew, and together we go talk to this bride of foolish silk. A web she weaves with fibers of faith and fear.
Your soft whispers beneath earth tingle my skin, like breath of laughter against my loins. I sleep not. I hear your name inside my skull. Arakali. No name tasted so sweet on my tongue. Stories I have heard, tales of cursed beauty, visage of woman, jewel that walks the streets in final days of a great empire. Heard tell you sought victims, but I know truth. You sought man to love you, to break spell. You hoped true love might allow you to shed a mutilated body, to become goddess of love once more. I pledge myself to you, my lady of Val. I promise love, for I am that man you have waited on. Corrupt corpse lovers claim to worship you, call you spinner of shadows. But you have spun only shadows of desire about my heart.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Arakali, I have found your altar. I will speak the call. I will return you to beauty. I will raise you from black pits of despair, and together we shall rule Rayclast in glory. Forever.
Today's a fine day to kick corruption's filthy ass, right, Crusader? This here island of faith has been made home sweet home by a small horde of corrupted filth. It falls to you and I to cleanse and claim this place in the name of God. Steal your entrails, Exile. You're about to get your hands dirty. We might return this land to God yet. The horizon is unusually devoid of filth.
While they were highly advanced in their technology, the Val were rather brutish in their social practices. I find it rather baffling to think of the Val as a people who believed in science and progress, and yet constructed elaborate sacrificial altars in the centers of their cities. Judging by the construction of this particular ruin, I would say that the city rose to prominence during the reign of Queen Tetzlapokal, who some scholars refer to as a waif of disturbing proclivities. She was a devotee of Arakali, and according to the literature had a deep fascination with mortality, and the inert human form. The histories tell how the Queen would request her subjects to deposit the bodies of their deceased loved ones upon the steps of her palace. The corpses would be promptly taken inside to be used for... Unfortunately, most scholars fell into hysterical conjecture at that point. At least I hope it was conjecture.
My mana is gone. I'm not up to that just yet.
Answering the call of a royal invitation, I visited the Spinner of Shadows as an emissary for a small and fragile alliance of gods. Mostly weak deities huddling together in terror of being consumed by their greaters. At this time, Queen Arakali ruled an empire, and so invited me to gaze upon her mighty works with appropriate wonder. If I'd looked past this pretense, I may have chanced to see her hidden desire to have me share her bed. For years I lay trapped in her webbed sheets. Some days she enjoyed my prowess. Other days we enjoyed each other. Yet this illusion of love and leisure simply veiled the morbid reality that I was not free to leave. I languished under her bewitching spell until the day the spider was betrayed by her own flies, and sealed within that temple of her own fevered making.
I'm not up to that just yet. My mana is gone. The recent dead are utterly mindless. They remain addicted to life, their hunger for it overcoming every other faculty. On the contrary, the ancient dead gradually recover some residue of their former intelligence. Yet both are mere echoes of the true power that is the darkness to come. When flesh and bone, sense and spirit are saturated with darkness, only then can true and pure undeath be experienced. I'm not up to that just yet. That would only slow me down.
I didn't think it possible for silk to grow any more peculiar. But then I've been wrong about so many things since coming to Rayclast that I shouldn't have been at all surprised. Still, it's interesting that his behavior of late has mirrored that of certain Templar zealots I had the dubious pleasure of meeting back in Theopolis. Like them, Silk appeared obsessed with finding answers to this reality in some ethereal realm of divinity. For my part, I prefer to keep faith in this world. The answers that come from beyond are seldom the ones we want.
That would only slow me down. That would only slow me down.
I know Lily be missing me something great, and it cuts me deep not to go visit the lass. Thing is, I reckon she should remember me as I was, not retch at the sight of the spectre I be now. Let the legend live on in her mind, I say.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Into the most dreaded of thickets you must go, I'm afraid. For there Gruthkul the Despairing sulks and schemes. The Varl laid waste to her kingdom, and placed her slaughtered children at her feet. Grief enveloped Gruthkul, transformed her, flooded her mind with a singular thought: to share her suffering with those who had murdered her daughters. Though she has returned, her sanity has not. There is no fury like a mother bereaved.
I'm not up to that just yet. Thus I release you from motherhood's rage. The tragedy is that our world, our kind, may turn something as pure and honorable as a mother's love into such a vicious weapon of wrath and butchery.
I only hope that Gruthkul will find her children, happy in her arms, in the realms beyond.
So the grieving mother sleeps once more. Her story has come to fascinate me, and your conquest of her makes for a satisfying dramatic climax, don't you think? I'm but an old man living vicariously through your life. As history seems intent on repeating itself, I should record it in a book. An historical account of the goddess Gruthkul and the legendary champion who defeated her. Yes, the title needs a bit of work, but it will suffice for now. Here, consider this offering as an advance on the royalties we shall reap post-publication. That is, if there is anyone in Rayclast who can read. The end of learning is the beginning of death.
Fireflies, so bright and juicy with flame. Now for the right. I warn you. Stand back and be not afraid of what you see. And be not afraid for me. The spirit guides and protects. Though I may change, I shall still be, will always be, Yina.